Hello rail fans, and welcome to another French Fried Trains Minecraft locomotive tutorial. Today by request, we're going to be building this flared radiator CSX SD70Mac. And this is a locomotive type that we haven't built before, so this will be like the prototype build. So let's get right into it here. As usual, the first step is to take a dark oak stair to be the coupler and get it attached up here. Underneath that, we're going to go ahead and take out a dark oak fence gate and put that on bottom to be an air hose. Then we'll come up on the locomotive behind it, delete these two fence gates, and replace them with dark oak fences coming out. This will be the rear of the locomotive. So for this one block down, we're going to put a row of 5 polished blackstone stairs facing this way. Then a polished blackstone block in the middle and 2 upside down stairs on either side of that. Then we'll swing around behind it with a polished blackstone block and we'll make this 3-high T-shaped pattern here. We'll put an end rod on bottom on each side above the rail. Come up here and 3 oak slabs across the top middle. Then behind this, a 5x3 of polished blackstone blocks coming out to each side of the rails. Then we'll go back to an oak slab and put 3 oak slabs coming up in this gap to be the stairs to get on the locomotive. Same thing over here on the bottom hit boxes of all the blocks. Then we'll do the wheels, so skip a block back from this and get a netherite on the rail, an end rod axle, and another netherite on this side. Then deep slate tile slabs on the upper hit boxes, coming 5 across to both sides of the rails. Another set of netherite wheels with an end rod axle. Then same thing, 2 rows of 5 deep slate tile slabs on the upper hit box. Then a third set of netherite wheels with an end rod axle, open dark oak fence gates into the ends of the wheels here, and also into the ends of the wheels over on this side here. Then we're going to take a polished blackstone block and we'll fill in this top middle 3 coming down the length of this truck. We come 1 past where the fence gates are, then we come underneath and put 3 across the bottom here. Coming off the outside of that bottom block, we're going to put outward facing polished blackstone stairs in a row coming forward. That's 15 blocks long in total. Once we have 15 blocks, 3 polished blackstone blocks across this end, and then same thing on this side, upside down, outward facing, polished blackstone stairs, coming all the way back up to connect up here and frame in the bottom of our fuel tank here. Next, we'll go back to polished blackstone block, and we'll fill in this top middle 3 above the fuel tank, and bring it all the way down to the end of it. For now, we'll stop at the end of the fuel tank and work on our next truck. So skip a block back from that, get a netherite on each rail with an end rod axle. Then deep slate tile slabs on the upper hit box, 2 rows of 5 coming across to each side of the rails. Then another set of netherite wheels and an end rod axle, and another 2 rows of deep slate tile slabs coming 5 across on the upper hit box here. Then our final set of wheels and an end rod axle. Then we open dark oak fence gates into the ends of the wheels here, and swing around and open dark oak fence gates into the ends of the wheels here. Then we'll go back to polished blackstone blocks and fill in the top middle 3 down the length of this truck. Come out above where the fence gates are, then in front of that, a 5x3 of polished blackstone blocks. In front of that, we make this T shape in the middle and an end rod down above each rail on bottom. Then on the bottom, 3 right side up polished blackstone stairs, upside down facing outward on the sides. Then a polished blackstone in the middle, and 2 stairs upside down facing forward on either side of that, and 3 oak slabs in the top middle. Then in this gap, 3 oak slabs coming up on the bottom hitboxes to be the stairs. Same thing over here. Then we'll take a dark oak stair to be the coupler, get it stacked to that second block. Delete these ones. We'll put a dark oak fence gate under it for an air hose, and we'll open a dark oak fence gate on either side of the coupler. Then on the sides of the truck here, starting above the wheel, we're going to run a row of deep slate tile slabs all the way down to above the other wheel. Same thing here. Then we'll do the other side. A row of slabs going from wheel to wheel here. And same thing here. Then we're going to come in on the side here, and everywhere there's a wheel, we'll put a hopper in front of it. Same thing here. Then we'll do the other side. A hopper in front of all 3 of these wheels. And one more to go. A hopper in front of all 3 of these wheels here. And like I said, my back is facing that other locomotive, so the front is facing the void out here. We're going to come on the front end of this fuel tank. We're going to put a player head on each side for a fuel cap, then a crimson button for the shutoff, and then a sideways crimson sign for the fuel gauge. Then we're going to take anvils for our air tank, skip 2 back from that sign, and fill in a line of anvils to the back of the fuel tank. Same thing on this side here. Now in front of the fuel tank, on this conductor side, we put a bell here. And then on the engineer side on the back, we put a deep slate brick wall right there. Then these 2 gaps, we put a chain. Put a chain here. Come up front, put a chain there, and a chain in these 2 gaps. Then we're going to take yellow concrete and fill in 5 across the top of this, going all the way end to end. Come on the front, 2 blocks in from the end, yellow on the left, skip a block, 3 yellow concrete. Then a cyan in the middle for the logo, yellow on this side, 2 yellow on that side. Then on top, 3 yellow in the middle. Then we'll slide around here, a column of 2 cyan on each outside edge, and 3 cyan across the top. Then here an oak stair, and then a warp stair. Same thing, a warp stair and an oak stair. We're using cyan instead of blue, because a lot of these flared radiator SD70Macs are painted a much lighter color than other CSX locomotives. Then on the conductor side, on bottom outside edge here, we're going to put 1 cyan terracotta, then 2 cyan shulker boxes, and another cyan terracotta. Over here, 4 shulker boxes. Above those, a full row of cyan terracotta. Then cyan in each corner. Fill the middle with yellow concrete for the locomotive number. Then we'll put 1 in each of the corners here. And actually only on the back, these front 2 don't need to be here. Then we'll take white stained glass, 2 on each side for the side windows, and white stained glass blocks, 2, then a cyan terracotta, and 2 more for the front windows. Above that, we'll put 3 cyan terracotta and fill in the middle of the cab roof. Then we'll go back to warp stairs and a row of warp stairs above the windows on each side like that to finish off the top of the cab. Come on down to the back here, in the middle, 2 blocks in from the end, 2 yellow concrete, a cyan, and 2 yellow. Then kitty corner outwood on each side, a column of 5 yellow concrete on both sides. Then we'll swing around in front of this on the bottom here, and we're going to put 3 cyan shulker boxes. Above that, 3 cyan terracotta, then 3 more shulker boxes. We'll do the same thing here. So 3 cyan shulker boxes, 3 cyan concrete, 3 shulker boxes. Then we'll put another row of 3 cyan concrete above that on each side. Then in front of this, we'll put a column of 4 cyan concrete on this engineer side. On the second block up, we'll close a trapdoor for the brake wheel. Then in front of that, another column of 4, and then 1 in front of it on bottom. We'll come over here and we'll copy the same pattern over here, except this time we don't need the brake wheel. Once we've done that, we'll put a block across this end middle. We'll put a sideways polished basalt in the middle here, so that it's got this nice block of space there. We'll put a block above it. We're going to put a temporary block and a column of 2 on the sides and close trapdoors over it. Then delete those temporary blocks so there's a gap of space. And actually we're going to extend the polished basalt out on each side so it touches the trapdoors, and have the top be a gap of space. Then put a temporary block here so we can place the second trapdoor and delete it. Then put cyan terracotta across the top of it. Then we're going to extend a row of cyan terracotta up this side till it meets up with the cab. Same thing over here. A line of cyan terracotta coming down until it meets up. Come up behind the cab. On the engineer side, we skip a block, make a 2x2 of cyan concrete. Then over on the conductor side, it's a 3x2. Then we'll put 1 block in the middle behind it and a column of polished basalt. Temporary blocks on either side of that. Close 2 trapdoors here and delete these yellow temporary blocks so there's space behind it. We'll do the same thing over here. 2 trapdoors, delete the temporary blocks. Then we'll come behind this on each side and we'll make a 2-high row of cyan concrete coming down both sides of the locomotive. Then we'll come back up here and we'll put a polished basalt on either side of the one that's already in the middle. We'll put an anvil on the top middle. Then a temporary block, and we need to get a polished black stone slab on the upper hip box in the middle here. Same thing over here. Then we're going to take an iron trapdoor and we're going to get it flat across that gap here. Same thing right here. And then lined up with this, we're going to put 3 iron bars on each side, because there's this see-through vent where you can see this fan thing in there. Same thing over here. Then we'll take cyan concrete, fill these in, and actually that needs to be raised 1 more where that door is. Then we'll fill in these top 2, 3 across. Then 2 in front of that doorway and 1 to the side so you have that stair shape there. Then come on top of here, fill in a 3x3 of cyan concrete, knock out the middle, put a polished basalt in there, then surround it with iron trapdoors and an oak trapdoor in the middle. There's a low profile fan right there. Then on these 2 down here, we're going to fill in another line of cyan concrete coming down the length of the locomotive till it connects up with the back here. Then come back up here behind this fan, and on each side of the top we're going to put 3 polished basalt coming back with the pattern going vertical to be another vent. Go ahead and fill in that middle. Then we'll put a 3x3 of warped slabs above those vents. Behind that in the middle, we put a smoker for the exhaust. Surround that with cyan concrete, and then surround it with warped slabs. Now come to this back middle with cobbled deep slate. Put 1 in the middle here, and then we're going to extend a line of cobbled deep slate another 10 blocks down the middle. Then on the side of that, a full row of iron bars. Same thing on this side, full row of iron bars here. In front of that, we'll fill in the rest of this top middle three with cyan concrete until it meets up here. Now we'll do our fans, so take out a warp slab. Start here, make a plus shape, skip a block, a second plus shape, skip a block, and a third plus shape. In the middle, we'll put oak trapdoors so they actually look like fans. Then in the middle, one block in front of this fan, we're going to open back-to-back warp fence gates to be the horn. And I just realized the cab roofs on these are supposed to be white, so we're going to knock out these stairs and replace them with smooth quartz. And we'll knock out this 3x3 of the cab roof and replace that with smooth quartz. We'll leave the front cyan because behind the number boards is supposed to be blue. And we'll knock out these stairs and replace them with smooth quartz. Then we're going to put two smooth quartz slabs in the very middle of the cab roof here. And we'll surround that with white carpet. Then we're going to come under this fan here, and we're going to knock out the 3 concrete on the side of the top, and we'll replace it with cyan shulker boxes. We'll do the same thing on this side here. Then on each side of these trapdoors, we'll knock out these 2, and we'll also replace those with cyan shulker boxes on each side. And then we'll do it on this side. So knock out these 2, cyan shulker boxes, these 2, and cyan shulker boxes. Then we'll come down to the back and do the same thing by these trapdoors. So knock out these 2, and these 2, and put in shulker boxes on each side. We'll come over here. Same thing here, these 2, these 2, and replace them with shulker boxes. Then we're going to come on top here, and we're going to take out cyan carpet. We'll have to crouch to put them above these shulker boxes, but anywhere that we haven't built something, we'll put cyan carpet. Same thing in this section, and around the horn, and then around all these fans, so that these iron bars are covered up. And in between here, and then 3 on the back here. Now we're going to come over behind the cab on the conductor side here, and we're going to put 2 shulker boxes behind the cab. And make sure they're going the same way so it looks right. Then, under where this polished basalt is, we're going to put a row of 4 cyan stained glass panes, and another row, another, and another, so it comes right up to that van. And there's the blower. Now we're going to do the logo. So right here, we're going to knock out a C shape. Fill that with yellow concrete. Skip a block. Make this backwards L shape and 1 kitty corner on top for the S. Skip a block, and we'll make an X shape. Fill that with yellow concrete. Now the logo's on this side, and let's go do the other side. So come on around here, right under here, and we start knocking out our C shape. Fill it with yellow concrete. Skip a block, a reverse L shape, 1 kitty corner, fill that with yellow concrete. Skip a block, and an X shape. Fill that with yellow concrete. Then we'll come around on the back on the conductor side, and down in this corner we're going to knock out this block and replace it with gray wool. Then start filling in the back with gray carpet, the T shape in the middle here, and then out to the side. And then start bringing your gray carpet forward up the walkway, all the way up to the front here. Gray carpet up on these two stairs. Up on the front, it's a T shape of gray carpet. Then on this side, gray carpet up here, and then down this walkway until it connects back up on the rear end. Then come on the front with an oak fence to be the railing here. Here, we're going to come up by 4. Up here, we come up 3, over 1, and up 1. And then over 1 again, and make it a 2 by 2. Same thing here, up 3 over 1, up 1 over 1, make it a 2 by 2, and then up 4 right here. Then we'll come down and work on the back. Right here we come up 4, here we come up 3 over 1, up 1 over 1, make it a 2 by 2. Here we come up 3, over 1, up 1, and make it a 2 by 2. Here we come up 4. Then we're going to switch to warp fence, connect it up right here, and start bringing that forward down the length of this walkway. Once we get up by this stair, we come up 1, over 1, up 1, and over 2. Then we'll come around and do this side. So we'll connect with the back of the cab here. And start bringing a full line of warp fences down this side. All the way down until it connects with the oak fences we already have back here. And now all of our railings are completed. Now we'll swing around to the front end and do some detailing. So take out a glow item frame, one on each of these fences with glowstone for ditch lights. Then this one, the headlights in the top middle, glow item frame with glowstone for that. Then we're going to take a birch sign for the number plate on the side, and the number for this one is 4757. Same thing on the other side, 4757. Then we'll come down and detail the back. Back here, we're going to go back to our glow item frame. And we're going to put one right there with glowstone for the rear headlight. And if you want rear ditch lights, same thing down on these fences. Then we'll run a ladder up the left-hand side. I'm not putting number plates back here because I'm looking at my own rail fanning picture and it doesn't look like there's any numbers on the back of this. And then this one has flared radiators, so to represent that we're going to use black stained glass panes and put it on the outside of all these iron bars so it sticks out just slightly here. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So everywhere there's iron bars over here, a row of black stained glass panes. Then we'll come up next and put our doors on. So we'll put a door up here on the nose and a door on this side behind the cab. Now we'll do the interior, so come on in through this nose door here. We're going to take an end portal, throw it in that corner there to be the toilet. Then we're going to take smooth sandstone slabs and stack up a column here till it reaches the window. Same thing on this side. Then we'll turn and we'll stack up slabs until they're the same level as the door. Same thing behind here, and then same thing over on this side here. Then we'll use our slabs in the middle to make a staircase. Then we'll come back down through here with a door and put a door right there. And here I got stuck. I didn't realize I accidentally placed the door behind me. Then in this back, we'll put a sideways blast furnace and glowstone to light the cab. Up here, We're going to put a lever on that side for the engineer, a slab on that side for the conductor desk, glow item frame with an end crystal in the middle for the computer. Turn around and put 2 stairs here to be seats. Now the interior is completed, and we'll go back outside. And there we have it, folks. We've completed our first build of an SD70Mac. I hope you enjoyed it. I tried to cram in as many of the details as I could here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And everyone have a great week. Stay safe out there.